Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 4 of my 1.5 versus 6 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against a team of 6 Emperor AI, although I do have one AI teammate on Lord difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Goblin Rogue, Gnulsa Nightstar. In our last episode, we continued to expand our empire by gaining additional vassal cities. You can see we now have one in the sort of far east out here. If I remember right, it's an elven vassal of Isel. And we are also kind of continuing our leveling up process for Gnulsa herself. As you can see here, Gnulsa is now at level 5. And thankfully, at level 5, we had access to Charm. So hopefully we're going to be able to continue building our forces using Gnulsa's Charm ability and maybe some of the debuffs from the Dread Monkey to make that easier, along with weakening from our Blight Doctor. So we're going to continue in this episode to try to gain additional vassals and solidify kind of our grip on what we do have. You can see here that we're actually about to complete a quest for, I believe it's this particular outpost. Yeah, it's the outpost of Hamlet. So hopefully we can clear out this quest and really kind of, again, continue to build our empire. But before I dive into the episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episodes. The first of those set of comments is from Rick Bama. Rick Bama pointed out that something I should consider when I have a few leftover points is to actually improve the health of my heroes. So if we take a look at Gnulsa, being that Gnulsa is a goblin, you can see here that she actually has -5 health. So goblin heroes are a little bit squishier. And if we have a few leftover points here, like our hero upgrades, it actually might be worth applying those to improving the hit points of our heroes a little bit. And I think that's a great idea. I don't think I'm going to do it with Gnulsa because I am saving up for... I kind of want to get Assassin Strike and Poison Knowledge. So I'm going to save up because I've got 3, and if I get 6 points, then that would be enough to do both. So I think I'm going to hold off. But for our hero, that's actually... Let's just jump over to Beneaths here. Yeah, here we go. So for Beneaths, I think that's actually even better. And actually, Rick's comment was followed up by a comment from Albtrom. And Albtrom stated that, especially for Beneaths here, because this hero is kind of unique and has regrowth, it would be even better to have additional hit points and defense on this hero. So I think we'll do that. We have 2 upgrade points kind of hanging around. Let's do that and add a little bit of health there. So that's excellent. And Albtrom also stated that if I get any items that are going to increase the hit points of any of my heroes, I should probably give them to Beneaths because she'll benefit the most from it as she does have regrowth. So great suggestions there from both guys. The next comment here is from Civ5 Addict. Civ5 Addict pointed out that something I could consider doing is selling rewards from clearing out structures and doing this more frequently. And I think this is a great idea because what this would actually kind of do for me is that we've talked about already that gold is kind of the limiting resource for me right now. It's kind of the bottleneck that I'm currently faced with. And so if I sell more rewards, so let's say I clear out this trading post just as an example, once I've cleared it out, I might be able to then gain some extra gold or whatever it might be if I sell off whatever it's going to give me. And that would then give me more gold to buy more vassals and bring in more cities into my empire. Of course, you know, I'm going to be giving up maybe some of the rewards, like certain items and whatnot. But Civ5 pointed out that basically I'm going to be getting better items later anyway from clearing higher level structures, fighting enemy heroes and taking their items, things like that. So I think that's actually a great point. If I'm starting to hurt for gold, that's what I'm going to do. The next comment here is from Lance Fair. Lance pointed out that and this kind of goes to something I've realized in the last episode or two. Healing is rapidly becoming an issue for me as my units are not. I'm not able to kind of keep them nice and healthy. You can see here the Big Beetle is in pretty rough shape. And what Lance is pointing out is that in order to kind of deal with that, I could produce an arcane item forge in my throne city. So if we jump over to Mboku, you can see here that we're almost finished the observatory. And once this is done, I believe we could then build an arcane item forge, which we could use to produce items that will allow my heroes to heal units in their stacks. So great suggestion there from Lance. Lance also pointed out that Quick Dash, which is a combat spell rogues get access to, can also provide healing. So that's another maybe, a little bit less useful way of healing, but it could work. The next comments here are from Ivan Rockland. Ivan pointed out that since I'm playing an island map type, getting advanced seafaring would probably be a wise choice in the near future. And in addition, Ivan also pointed out that I could, consider maybe building a harbor and producing boats. And I think those are actually fairly decent suggestions, just given the situation I'm faced with islands here. And of course, there's tons of structures in the water that either need to be cleared out, like these pirate nests that are threatening my cities, or if not outright cleared out, they need to be cleared for resources. So in this case, we've got, like these oyster reefs and things like that. So great suggestion there from Ivan. Ivan also pointed out that I've kind of been saying that Larissa isn't really going to be very useful for me as a teammate, and I still stand by that statement. But what Ivan is pointing out is that I could consider, since my teammate Larissa is on Lord difficulty, which is, I think, kind of the medium difficulty, Lord difficulty AI don't actually suffer any intellectual penalties compared to Emperor difficulty AI. The only thing that they suffer is that Emperor difficulty AI get more bonuses to gold and mana and knowledge income per turn, as opposed to Lord AI. Once you go below Lord AI to, I believe, Knight and Squire, I think, are the two difficulties, then the algorithms that are used for the AI decision-making change a little bit so that the AI doesn't make decisions as well. And so there's more of like an intellectual handicap, if you want to think about it that way. But since Larissa is on Lord difficulty, I might actually be able to rely on her a little bit. And Ivan is suggesting that if I have extra resources, I could throw them over to her to try to kind of use Larissa as a bit of a buffer against some of my opponents. So in a pinch, that is something I could consider. The next comment here is from Samuel Otosh. Samuel pointed out that this is a pretty interesting strategy from Samuel. It's something I wouldn't have considered, but let's say I have an independent city that I've tried to make peace with, and they're just not having any of it, but they want to, and they're not going to go to war with me either. They're just kind of not becoming a vassal. Something that I could do to speed up the process of gaining these cities, because even if I do make peace, it's still going to take a couple of turns for them to want to become a vassal. If I want to just, streamline the process and get the city so I can just absorb it, what I could do is bring an army into the domain of the city before I've made peace with them, anger them by trespassing. They'll eventually declare war on me, and then I can just march my army in and take over the city. And what this accomplishes is that I don't have to declare war, which generally, as a good alignment isn't something I'm going to be wanting to do very much. And it's also, if I do that, I'm going to anger the race that owns the city. So I don't want to do that either, because chances are I'm going to be bringing in cities of lots of the different races because I'm a keeper of the peace. So this method would kind of allow me to not take any negative race relation and also not have to worry about declaring war. And instead, they declare war on me, and then I can just happily walk in and take over the city. I don't know if that strategy is going to work for me with any cities I currently kind of have on my radar, but that's good to keep in the back pocket. So great suggestion there from Samuel. And again, that's really thinking outside the box. It's not something I would have considered. And then finally here we have some comments from Ivan Engel. Ivan had some really good sort of constructive criticism for me. The top thing that Ivan had pointed out is that I've been treating my Grimbeak Crows, which are my summoned unit, I've been treating them as expendable units. And quite frankly, they are not expendable. And Ivan just wanted to kind of hammer this point home. And I believe Ivan had even made this point in a previous playthrough series of mine, where I was using my tier 1 summonable units as kind of expendable troops. Might have even been in my Dreadnought playthrough series, where I was using the spy drones kind of as expendable units. So Ivan's making a really good point here that I shouldn't be thinking of them as expendable. Instead, I should be using them as scouts. And I desperately need more scouting, because through scouting, I've been able to acquire these vassals. So for example, I've acquired this Naga dwelling here, and I've also acquired this Elven outpost and a few others. I think I've got one to the north as well. Yeah, here's another one. So I've got the outpost of Beltheme up here. And those are all generating me additional income, and I've gotten those through scouting. So what I need to do is summon more Grimbeak Crows, and rather than using them as expendable combat troops, use them as scouts, because then I can use them to pick up extra gold drops and also contact more cities so that I can get more vassals. Great point there from Ivan. Ivan also pointed out that attacking that tavern in the last episode was a bit of a maybe not the brightest decision I've made, so far. And the reason for that is because when I attacked the tavern, I ended up losing a silver metal tier 1 unit. I believe it was a goblin skewer. And when you clear out a tavern, you actually don't really get any rewards. You just get access to being able to purchase units through the tavern, which I didn't end up doing. And so it ended up not really being worth, because even though I got a little bit of experience for the battle, that's not really worth losing a tier 1 unit that's almost gold medal. So a good assessment there from Ivan on that one. Ivan also pointed out that having a lone unit on my throne city is probably not particularly useful for me, as we have a wall on the throne city, so if this city comes under attack, unless it's something like Lost Souls, which can bypass the wall, this unit is not going to be able to fight those units or to run away, because they're going to do damage to the city gate, and that's going to keep the battle going. So I won't be able to employ my 5-turn strategy to make the battle end, and therefore it kind of doesn't make a ton of sense to have this tiger just sitting here on the throne city, as it's not really useful unless I were to add maybe 1 or 2 additional units to help guard the city. So good point there from Ivan. I'm going to have to think about maybe what to do with the tiger, or maybe I keep the tiger there because at least it will act as a deterrent against Lost Souls, since they will bypass the wall since they can float. Finally here, a comment from Ivan that I should probably think about producing some units in the near future, especially some scoundrels, to try to then level them up, get them to evolve into lesser Shadow Stalkers once I have that Empire upgrade, and then I can use those Shadow Stalkers to really, make things happen. So, great comments there from Ivan, and a big thank you to everybody for the fantastic comments. As always, guys, just a ton of useful information, and extremely helpful for me. So, all right, let's dive in, as we've got a lot to do, and when we left off last time, we were kind of right in the middle of our turn. So, first things first here, let's see if maybe we can just do this quest. So we'll bring this stack down. I was really hoping my Necromancer hero could join in for this battle, but I don't think we're not gonna have movement enough to get there. But we can use this stack to engage this battle. Now we're gonna have to be careful because we're up against 2 pikeman units and a fairly dangerous archer unit. So unfortunately, our big beetle is going to be kind of not as useful for this one, but we do at least have the cheetah, who is at full health. So let's see if we can do this. I would really like to do this without losing anybody, if at all possible. However, I'm not particularly hopeful that that's going to work out for me. Okay. So, probably want to use Weaken on one of the men-at-arms, just because the men-at-arms are probably my more dangerous opponent due to my cavalry. So I think what we'll do is we'll just keep everybody kind of where they are. I don't want... Yeah, that's fine. Perhaps maybe we back up our big beetle a little bit. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if I want to retreat the big beetle. My concern is the fireworks shot, which is going to do a lot of damage to me. Yeah, maybe we'll sit back there a little bit. And then Gnulsa can hang out where she is. I think, yeah, as long as we're not going to get hit by the pikemen. Let's see what the Jester does. Ooh, okay, going after my... You can see there it went after the cheetah. Alright, but thankfully we're now in a decent position to kind of counterattack here, which is great. So, let's see. With our Dread Monkey, we could step up and actually do a fairly decent amount of damage here with our Poop Fling, assuming, of course, we don't get screwed over by Lucky, which would be not good. Okay, excellent. That's great. That makes a big difference for us. Now the question, do we want to maybe try Pounce? The only problem is this cheetah is dazed, which means that it will not retaliate if it comes under melee attacks, so that's not so ideal for me. Maybe what we do instead is we move Gnulsa over like this, and we do some damage to the Jester here. Minimum of 6, maximum of 8. Minimum of 5, maximum of 8, so I think we'll do this. Ooh, and we got one lucky, but thankfully we were able to avoid avoid not killing the unit, which would have been really not good. All right, let's move our big beetle over here. Now, Gnulsa may come under attack, but thankfully Gnulsa can handle it. I think we'll be fine there. We will move the cheetah back because we don't want our cheetah to be killed, especially since it is dazed still. And I think we can go... Yeah, we can go here like this, and then we can throw a weaken on these men-at-arms. We could actually try and charm one of them if we have the option. Okay, and there's our half-breed. Alright, that's going to do it for the turn here. Now let's see what happens. Okay, Gnulsa came under attack, kind of as expected. And our half-breed came under attack as well. Alright, so let's send our Dread Monkey over in behind. And then we can try for the charm here. 65% chance. Let's try it. Oh, and they resisted it. Boy, that is frustrating. Okay, what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring our big beetle in for the kill here. And then we're going to use our Dread Monkey to, I think, turn men-at-arms around. Okay, there we go. And then we should be able to basically just get the kill with our Blight Doctor here. Alternatively, we could do a pounce with our cheetah. Yeah, that's not bad either. Gnulsa's already done her thing. And thankfully, Gnulsa actually leveled up this battle, which is excellent. You know what? Oh, we can't. I was going to say it'd be nice to get a little extra... Oh, we can. We can steal this effect from the cheetah and gain some extra experience, I think. So we're at 100. Let's see if it works. Perfect. Okay, so now we're at 104. That's great. So we will move our cheetah up like this and then pounce. Oh, and that... I didn't realize that would turn them. Oh, that was kind of silly of me, actually. Because now we're going to take some extra damage, which isn't good. Dang it. Yeah, that was a blunder on my part, actually. Jeez. Okay, well, thankfully we were able to get the kill, but we took some extra damage, which wasn't good. So that was a bit of a blunder. But we did get some extra experience for our Blight Doctor, and we didn't lose anybody, so that's the important thing. And we're going to get ourselves a Pony Rider, which is pretty decent. So let's take that. There we go. Excellent there. And you know what? We can probably do this Wisp battle as well, especially if we bring the Pony Rider in. Let's just see. Can we do this one? Oh, okay, and they're going to try to run, so we're going to let them run. I don't really want to fight those Wisps, to be perfectly honest, because they're going to phase in behind and cause us all kinds of grief, so... Let's move down here, and I think what we'll do is we'll maybe wait a turn and let our units heal up a little bit. That'll also give our Necromancer a chance to get involved here, which would be ideal for us. So we're going to move in like this, and we can move our Cheetah down here as well, like this. Alright, so now we'll do our level up for Gnulsa, and we have 8 upgrade points, so we are going to grab Poison Knowledge, which is going to give all the units in our stack 1 extra poison damage, or blight damage, I should say. So we'll select that, and then we will also grab Assassin Strike, because we may need that. I think that makes a really good... It's an attack that cannot be retaliated against, and I think that's extremely useful. So let's grab that. Okay. That's going to do it, I think, for Gnulsa here. We're going to leave her. Even though we could engage this battle, since we're up against some Phantasm Warriors and 2 Apprentice units, I just think it'd be better to hold off, wait for backup from our Necromancer hero, and give ourselves a little bit extra healing. Not a ton, of course, but we're going to get a little bit of health back in the meantime. So, all right, now as for Beneaths, I have to decide, do I want to try and battle for this trading post? On the one hand, I am tempted to do it, but we have this Shock Trooper who is going to be absolutely devastating. Might be better to wait. Again, like, we have strong units, but I just am a little nervous about that. Something we could do is maybe go up to this Shrine of the Guardian Angel, visit it, and our units will get regrowth. So, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. We'll head up here, grab the boost, and then when we come back to do this fight, we are going to be in better shape because now our Eagle Rider, for example, has regrowth. So that's going to help us out, I think. give us a better chance of winning this battle, hopefully without losing any units. And the cheetah can continue to just hang out. Okay, and we have a joint offer from Himsa Sil, which I'm not going to accept. And Edinburgh could join us. Now, this is one that I am tempted to accept right now, because it would be great to actually acquire Edinburgh and start improving the city, because, again, this is a really powerful city with lots of really good upgrades in the vicinity. My only concern is that, yes, I do have this army nearby, but I don't actually have anybody ready to be on the city, and we have this necromantic circle here that might be producing some lost souls or something like that. So I actually think it might be better to wait a turn or two, make sure we've cleared everything out, and we also don't know what's up north as well. And maybe then I'll take the city in. So for now, I think I'm going to hold off, even though there's a part of me that really wants to do it. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to hold off. Okay. Oh, and, you know, okay, let me go back and think about this tiger. You know what? I think we'll leave the tiger there just for now, in case some lost souls roll in. That's really the only thing this is going to be defending against. Yeah. All right, we'll end our turn there. All right. Now let's see what Larissa is going to do here. She's got herself an army of mostly wisps and an apprentice. It doesn't look like she really did anything this turn in terms of battles or anything like that. She's got her other hero just kind of guarding the city, which I... not something I would do with a hero personally, but... also, I probably wouldn't be guarding the throne with just a single apprentice. She didn't clear out these mana nodes either, which is kind of interesting. Okay, and when the turn flips over, we're going to be able to use Poison Mastery. So that's going to be huge. That's a strategic spell that's going to give infantry, cavalry, and irregular units +2 blight strength, which is going to be huge. And for Gnulsa's stack, that's going to compound with Poison Knowledge. We're going to have a ton of blight damage at our disposal, which is great. Okay, here we go. And, oh, and it looks like, okay, we've had a few things happen here. So, the town of Edinburgh has a quest available. Let's see what that is. Oh, and look at this. Okay, tell me more. Oh, wow. Now, this is excellent. So, we have a quest here to kill some what appear to be tier 1 units. And we're going to potentially get a priest as a reward. That is fantastic. That would kind of help with our healing situation and also give us another ranged unit, which I believe this stack is lacking up there. So I will happily accept that quest. Oh, that is fantastic. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to maybe do this, get the priest, and then go back and do this, even though we'd give up our regrowth. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, that's pretty tempting. Let's see, we've also gotten better at governing humans. We could either do Civic Guards gain the throw net ability, or Settlers are 25% cheaper to produce in human cities. I don't really envision me using a ton of Civic Guards, so I think I'd rather get the Settlers are cheaper in human cities. Okay, and Hamlet has offered a tribute. So they're either giving us gold or mana. I'm going to take the gold, happily. Oh, that's so nice. Now look at that. We have a ton of gold, which we can use to bring cities in if need be. And then we have some joint offers here. So we're going to ignore the dwelling. And the reason we're ignoring the dwelling is because we don't have any units up here to guard it or to clean it out. As you can see here, we have a haunted boneyard, which is right next to it. So that's going to pose a problem if we were to, you know, bring this, to absorb this in and not have anybody defending it. And then we also have a pirate's nest over here as well. So 2 spawning structures there, which are going to, you know, basically just be a huge headache for us. We're probably going to lose this if we were to absorb it right now. So I'm going to leave it as a vassal. We'll just enjoy some of the income coming from it. We have Lilac and Hamlet both offering to join us. So I believe this is Lilac. Yep. Now this one I would like to bring in. That would be ideal. My only concern is that we've got this pirate's nest up here that's going to cause some problems for us. But if I can bring this city in, I could probably start producing Brew Brothers, which would be absolutely fantastic. All right, we also have Gnulsa down here, and we want to clear out this crystal tree. And it would be great to try to convert one of these units, perhaps maybe one of the apprentices. Probably the Draconian Apprentice, because Draconian Apprentices get Firebomb, which is super useful. So, yeah, that would be... Again, I mean, I want to just win the battle and hopefully have nobody die, but that is an option there. Okay. Yeah, we can bring down our Necromancer hero. And let's see. I think we'll do this battle. Oh, you know what? Before we do it, though, let's do our Poison Mastery. There we go. So now we're going to get that extra blight damage, which will help us out in this battle. Then, yeah, we'll use Gnulsa herself to engage here. All right. Now, I'm going to have to be extremely careful in this battle. I have a feeling I might end up losing a unit here. I'm going to try really hard not to, but yeah, I think this is going to be kind of difficult. So I want to kind of use Nero to sort of maybe pull some of them off that direction. Meanwhile, my other units I'm going to move in, and I'm going to make sure I use cover as much as I can here. Our half-breed's basically just going to have to hang back because he's not really in fighting condition. Blight Doctor is going to be very useful against the Phantasm Warriors because, just as a reminder, the Phantasm Warriors have quite low resistance, and they also don't have any Blight protection, so we're going to be able to do good damage with our Blight Doctor, and we can try and weaken one of the apprentices to convert them, perhaps. Big Beetle, I think, will kind of leave on the periphery out here to come in and do a charge when we really need it. And I don't want to group my units up too closely, because if I do, they can get firebombed and hit multiple units at once, which is generally not something I want happening. So we're going to go like that. Nero, I think what we'll do, might actually move Nero in and just kind of harass them a little bit here. You know what? We won't attack, but we'll sit like this. What I'd love to see is them to split. Yeah, so some of them go after Nero's group. There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted them to kind of split. Oh, I do have to be careful, though. These Phantasm Warriors are going to be a bit of a problem for Nero. Yeah, so we're going to try and stay out of there. The good news is we can kind of just kite them, which will make things easier for us here. And we'll retreat our cheetah back. That's great, though. I really wanted to split them up so that I can focus on each group kind of individually, so I couldn't have asked for a better way that this kind of went. So our Blight Doctor, unfortunately... Let's see, how much... This doesn't have much of a cooldown, so I think maybe what I'll do is I'll move the Blight Doctor in and throw a weaken on... I'm not sure which unit I want to put the weaken on. Maybe on the Phantasm Warrior. Yeah, I think we'll put it on the Phantasm Warrior, to be honest. There we go. Okay, and then what we'll do, we'll charge in with our Big Beetle like this. Excellent, okay. And then Gnulsa can step up and do some damage as well. You know what we can do? We can bring our Dread Monkey over as well and do a little bit of work. What I'd like to do is kill off the Phantasm Warrior and do enough damage to the Apprentice that the Apprentice is nothing to worry about anymore. And I want to use this Cavalry to most likely do that. Can we hit? Oh, we can. That's perfect. Okay. So I think we'll go like this. Perfect. Okay, that's some big, big damage there. And then you know what? We can probably use our Dread Monkey to get the finish here. Let's see. Can we... No, you know what? We can use our sprint here. Because I think, yeah, there's only 3 health left, so I think with sprint we should be okay. Oh, yeah. No problem there. Okay, perfect. And then our cavalry can move in and attack the apprentice for some fairly hefty damage there. Ooh, and they got lucky, so that's great. Mitigate some of that damage. Half-breed can step up. All right, so now for Nero and our cheetah up here. Again, they're just sort of kiting these units, so don't really have to worry too much. Yeah, I think we're fine. Just turn Nero here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Nero has spells to cast. Oh, but we don't have enough to cast either of them. So we'll just end it there. Ouch. Okay, little firebomb. Thankfully, we can handle it. And you know what? This is working out super well because now we don't, unfortunately, have weakening, but we can try for... Oh, and our cavalry can't... Ooh, you know what? That's actually not great because we're not really able to get to the apprentice easily. I mean, we can get in there and get the kill, but we're not going to be able to easily... You know what? Okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to go like this. There's a disgusted. Okay, that's pretty good damage. So we can basically flank them and then hit them here, and I think we'll be fine. Oh, and our half-breed can get in there too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move up like this, and we're going to try for the charm. That's what we really want to do here. We have to be careful, though. If we park ourselves in kind of the wrong spot... Yeah, okay, there we go. We're fine, we're fine. So let's try for the charm. Oh, and we got lucky. Okay, we actually didn't even have the best odds for it, and we still got it. So, very happy about that. Now we can just kite the Phantasm Warrior kind of away here. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to happen. And now it's just going to be... we can gang up on the Phantasm Warrior, so... we will move down here with the cheetah. So what I want to do is probably bring up the big beetle, bring up my cavalry. Yeah, that's good. I want to bring up Gnulsa here. And our Blight Doctor for sure. And also our apprentice can... You know what? We can even throw a firebomb just to do some damage here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, excellent. And then our Blight Doctor can throw a weaken. Although I don't know if that's actually gonna... You know what? Maybe we'll steal an enchantment instead. If we can. Ooh, I don't know if there's anybody around we can steal from. You know what? Okay, let's just do some damage, because I want to level him up, so... We'll do some damage. There we go. Fantastic. Now we're at gold medal with the Blight Doctor. That's going to get us inflict exhausting fatigue and enabling fever. So that's really nice upgrade there. You know what? Where is that? Oh, we're not in range. I was going to say, don't think we're quite in range here. Let's see if we... Yeah, oh, I wanted to get a cadaver there. That would have been great. Well, we can do some damage here at least. And we can... Yeah, we can't use this to heal anybody, unfortunately, but that will come in handy later, that's for sure. Gnulsa could step up and do, yeah, some big damage here. Let's see, how are we doing? Yeah, Gnulsa could benefit from it, so let's do that. There we go. Excellent battle, excellent outcome, and we were able to acquire the apprentice unit, which is fantastic for us. Oh, I'm just so happy about that. Oh, and look at this. Ashes of the Reaper. Oh, wow. Control undead. Okay, this is great. I'm going to give this to Nero. That's perfect. Now, I could sell it for a ton of gold, but I think specifically because I have Nero... although, you know, I guess as a necromancer, he's going to get access to that eventually. Oh, I'm a little torn on this one because it's going to be a few turns before he's able to have that ability. And, you know, I could give this to a non-necromancer hero and then take those undead and move them, shuttle them over to join in with Nero. Oh, dang it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take it. I mean, again, that's a lot of gold, but I think this is a pretty powerful item, so I'm going to take it. And for now, you know what? I might even leave it with Gnulsa. Just for now. Because thinking about it, at level 5, I believe it is, Nero is going to get access to that ability anyway. So... Yeah, anyway, very, very good outcome there for that battle. Quite happy about that. Okay, let's double check what's going on. So now, okay, now here's the big question. With Beniefs, do we want to go and win this battle, hopefully, gain that priest, then go in and fight this battle? Or, since we have regrowth currently active, do we want to take this stack over, fight this battle, hopefully not have too much issue, and then... you know what? I don't have any range damage, really. All I have is Beniefs. And... yeah, you know what? I'd rather... even though I'm going to lose the regrowth, I'd rather move back, win this battle, get the priest, and then fight the orcs. I want to play this one a little bit safer, because this is a much safer battle for me here. Even though these are, you know, these units aren't slouches by any stretch. But this is a safer battle for me. Thankfully, no pikemen. We've got Marauder, Predator, Raider, and Adventurer. So no pikemen, so I don't really have to be too concerned with my Eagle Rider. I mean, I don't want to, you know, take unnecessary risk or anything like that, but... now, the Predator has excessive mobility, so we're going to have to watch out for that. So, it'd be great to kill off the Predator if we could. You can see there. Actually, I guess the Predator really doesn't have a ton of extra mobility. The Raider has pretty solid mobility as well. Okay. We could jump in and do a wing beat. I don't want to put my Eagle Rider in unnecessary risk, however. So I think what we'll do is we're going to kind of form like a defensive sort of perimeter here. What we'll do is we'll put our Halberdier right there. We're going to move our hero in behind. Just do a little bit of damage just to kind of soften him up a bit. And we'll move our Warg Rider over like this. And our Marauder can kind of step over this way. And then our Eagle Rider can kind of sit on this side, guard the hero a bit. And we're going to just kind of let them come to us. Okay, ooh, a nice critical there. Oh, and another one. Amazing. Okay, really good damage, and thankfully the regrowth there giving us some health back. So we can do this. Double kill there, that's excellent. Eagle Rider got a level up, that's fantastic. Beniefs can just kill off the Marauder here, I think. Yeah, no problem at all. And then we'll just kind of put our units here in position. Next turn we can engage the Adventurer. A little bit of slingshot damage, nothing regrowth won't deal with. And then Beniefs, it would be great to get some experience for Beniefs as well. So what I would like to do is probably step up like this. Do some damage. A little bit there. Not bad. We can fly in like this with our Eagle Rider. Do and get a flank kill. That would be great. Let's see. How are we doing? Yeah, we'll at least get some experience. We can't level up again, but we can still get additional experience. Oof. Excellent. So even though that was kind of a waste of our regrowth, the nice thing is we didn't take any damage there due to regrowth. And here we go. This is the important thing. We're going to take our reward. So we've now got this priest. And I think that's going to enable us to do this battle without too much difficulty. Or at least we now have a better chance. I would rather have the priest with the extra spirit damage than rely exclusively on melee units against orcs, because orcs are melee powerhouses, as we kind of know. So, yeah, we're going to advance in like this, and we're going to try it. This is going to be a tough battle, though. By no means is this going to be easy. I may need to use some of Benief's spell casting. I believe we have that protection aura spell. Okay, so they're going to kind of hang back. Obviously, we're gonna use the healing ability of the priest if we need to, but I would kind of like to entice them out towards me. Thankfully, I don't think there's any pikemen. No, so the spearmen don't actually count as a pikeman unit. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they don't count as a pikeman unit. But, and the greatsword doesn't, so we don't have to worry about our cavalry taking, like, pikeman damage or anything like that, which is good. The Marauder has a shield, so we can put the Marauder up front, kind of. I assume we're going to get a curse thrown at us by the priest. That's almost a given. Eagle Rider, we kind of want able to kind of flank in. Maybe our cavalry, sort of the same story. Now, as for a spell, Sphere of Protection, we're probably going to throw that on our Eagle Rider if we're going to send him in. What this does, it reduces damage from physical attacks by 80... Well, it provides 80% physical protection for 2 turns on whichever unit you want to cast it on. So, once we get kind of more into the battle, we're going to use that. Beneaths can step up behind this tree. Alright, let's see here. We want to get in a little closer. You know what? Let's park our Eagle Rider kind of over here. And our cavalry can again step up a bit further. Marauder can step up a bit. And we want to be cautious. We don't want to do anything too silly. I'm just looking at the movement of them, so yeah, I think we're alright. Alright, let's see what they do here. Okay, there we go. They're throwing the curse, which I kind of expected. Alright, they're coming out to face me, so... You know what? Let's attack the... You know what we're going to do is we're going to use Beneaths here, I think, to basically use our Sphere of Protection, and we're, instead of throwing it on the Eagle Rider, we're going to put it on the Warg Rider, and then we're going to charge in like this at the Shock Trooper here. There we go. Okay. And now we need to deal with the Greatsword here, who's posing a bit of a threat to us, that's for sure. We'll move over like this. Do some damage here. Very nice. And then I think we will use our Eagle Rider to maybe come in and put some work in as well. The Marauder can step up. Boy, these things are devastating in melee, though. Gosh. Yeah, my Priest is going to be in kind of rough shape if they decide to attack me, so... What I might want to do here is... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this and throw them in defense mode. And that way my priests are at least a little bit protected. And I think I will leave the Eagle Rider kind of where it is. Maybe I'll bring it up just a bit. Kind of, yeah, I'll do this. There we go. As for that, the Halberd unit, it'd be nice to kind of be there just in case this unit needs some backup, so... Suppose we could step over here, actually. That's maybe not so bad. And go after the Spearmen. We're going to take some pretty hefty damage, though, which I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and if I don't want to lose the Halberd unit, but we may end up. That would be kind of a shame. Ouch, ouch. Oh, and yeah, I was going to say, they turned this unit and flanked, and that was kind of what did it. Well, unfortunate, and I mean, again, that was a bit of a blunder on my part. But you can't win them all. I'm not always going to make perfect decisions every time, much as I try to. Okay, so now let's really see if we can put the hurt on the Shock Trooper here. We can come in for a flank shot. Big damage there, and then probably get the kill right here with the Warg Rider. Excellent. Now we've got the Greatsword who needs to die. There we go. Okay, and we'll move our Priest up like this to support our other units. I suspect the Eagle Rider's going to take a bit of a beating from the... Yeah, there it is. Kind of as expected. What we'll do, though, is we'll heal up the Eagle Rider first. Then we'll fly in behind here. We can actually do a wing beat. Turn him around. And Beneaths can step up, do some work. Our Warg Rider can step up and do some work. Step Beneaths up like this. Do some big damage there. And then we can get the kill with the Warg Rider. Yeah. Oh, it's a shame we lost that Halberd unit. Again, that was, you know, maybe not the greatest decision-making on my part, but thankfully we've still got kind of our core units, and we now have the Priest who can heal, which is huge. And look at that. We got some decent items here. Predator, Longsword of Dire Penguin Slaying. You know what? Okay, I was going to sell this, but this helmet is actually very good for Beneaths. Because Beneaths has regrowth, Predator is really good for Beneaths because I may end up sending Beneaths in as kind of like a more of a melee unit eventually. And attacks of opportunity, that would be, ooh, you know, that's pretty decent. The longsword's kind of whatever, but, and we are still going to get some gold out of this. You know what, though? I think I'm just going to sell. I kind of talked myself in a circle. I think I'm going to sell. I want that gold. So now we can bring in cities if need be, bring in vassals, whatever it is. Beneath's got a nice level up here. We could do Star Shields. That's a good one. Protect us from spirit damage. Dragon Slayer party's pretty good. Fighting against Draconians and Dragons, we get a melee damage boost. Or a physical damage boost, I should say. Spell casting, of course, we saw how powerful those spells can be. I think we'll do Spirit Shield. And then we'll start maybe working on... Oh, you know what? We could do a level upgrade there. I think we'll hold off. We'll wait for now. I want to save a few points just for future level ups there. Okay, join offers here from Hamplet and Lilac. Again, I have to think about it because, like, Hamplet is probably fine to join us, but I'm a little concerned about Lilac since it's got this pirate's den right next to it. We need to have somebody go and clear that out before we're able to really do much. I suppose I could send the Tiger over to sit in the city, and because this city doesn't have a wall, the Tiger might be better suited over there. So you know what? Maybe we'll do that. I mean, again, I don't want to leave Umboku unguarded, but again, the Tiger, as we've kind of discussed, the Tiger really isn't doing a ton guarding the throne, so... And we can now start casting. We can work on Grimbeak Crows. So let's do that. Alright, so as for the rest of our units here, we can try and clear out the Ancient Ruins. That would probably be a good next destination for us. Let's see, so I'm just trying to decide if there's maybe a unit we want to kind of leave behind. Because I think what we'll do is we'll add in Nero to the stack just to help out for this battle. So we could send Gnulsa over. And then we can send Big Beetle, Blight Doctor for sure, a Pony Rider, and maybe our Dread Monkey just to help with... 1, 2, 3, 4. And then also Nero. Yeah, okay, we're in good shape there. So, now let's see, what are we up against? Ooh, a troll. Yikes. Trolls are pretty scary because they are... they have regrowth. They're dedicated to evil. I actually quite like trolls as a unit. If I was playing an evil character, I would probably try to recruit the troll if I could. But that regrowth is going to be a problem when we're fighting him. So we've got that. And we've also got the Dread Spider Baby and these wargs who have first strike. So, you know, this is not an easy battle by any stretch. And we are still hurting on health here. Our Big Beetle's in rough shape. So... maybe we wait. Maybe we abort the attack and we wait another turn, get a little bit more health back before we do anything crazy. We'll step Nero out of the stack just so he doesn't turn anybody into a ghoul. And we'll move our other units in to assist here. Okay, so they can just chill out. Okay, and we have our scouts as well, so let's keep doing that. We've got a... Ooh, and look at this. Okay, we've got a dwelling here. They would like to have open borders and a peace treaty. I will happily accept that. Yeah, good opportunity maybe for another vassal. Let me know when you're ready to talk. Excellent. Okay. And you know what? Let's fly on through here and see if we can find any additional cities underground that maybe we can make friends with. Now we have this scout as well. Yeah, let's maybe go up this way here. Oh, nice. Okay, another city. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Proposal. Open borders and peace treaty. Absolutely. Let me know when you're ready to talk. So again, we're gonna need this gold going forward here. I think it's going to be critical for us. There we go. We can grab that. Grab the mana crystals. Now we're up to maximum for our capacity. And now, which way do we want to go? I'm thinking probably left. There we go. Okay. Bit of a dead end here. That's... Well, we might be able to keep going. We'll have to see. Let's check out Mboku. So now, for production, we could start making some scoundrels, which wouldn't be such a bad idea. And again, I think we have... Let's see. I think we could do the Empire upgrade once we've completed this. We can do the Empire upgrade to give them the... When they hit gold medal, they'll evolve. So that's not bad. Maybe we'll hold off on the Scoundrel for another turn or two, though, and we could do the Item Forge. Or we could, you know, go for the Palace, which isn't so bad. We got 100 production. You know what? Let's make a Scoundrel. Let's make at least one, just to have a unit there. And, yeah, we'll tell all of our units over here to just chill out. I hate not using this movement, but I just want to get a little bit more health back before we try this battle. And... Okay, so now with this stack, we're going to just head down for the haste berries, and then we'll move up and fight the undead. And that priest is going to come in handy fighting the undead, as it does do spirit damage, so that's good for us. Alright, let's end our turn there, I think. Unless, now here's the question. Do we want to maybe bring one of these cities into the fold? Again, Lilac, I'm tempted, but I want to hold off until we are able to clear some of this out. Maybe Hamlet. You know what? Let's bring Hamlet in. Okay, very nice. And there's that Shadow Gate, so we are going to have to head over there. That might be, again, Nero. I think we could probably send Nero through. That would be great for him. So, with our new village here, let's make an adventurer just to guard it at least, so we have something. Lilac, we're going to hold off on this until we have this a little bit more secured. Or at least, you know, maybe we bring the tiger over and then we can think about it. Alright, we will end our turn there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcomes of a lot of that. Again, I wish I hadn't lost that halberd unit, but in Beneath's stack. But overall, I'm still pretty satisfied with how this is going. And yeah, we're going to try and summon more Grimbeak Crows just to do scouting. It's going to be our primary objective here. We can kind of piggyback off of some of the scouting that... oh, and look at that. There's a city right there. I was just going to say we can piggyback off some of the scouting that Larissa is doing. You can see there she's using her tiger to do that. There's some gold there we can go for. There's a city we can try and make contact with. And then we have to decide who do we want to add in with Nero and make a ghoul out of. Maybe we can recruit a unit out of this Ancient Ruin battle. Although I don't know if we can use Charm on monsters and animals. Something tells me we might not be able to. That said, we could maybe grab at least one cadaver out of the battle. Well, we can only grab one cadaver out of the battle, but the point being, we could at least have a cadaver with Nero. Potentially, if we can find a corpse in there that we can reanimate. Ooh, it looks like some independent units were attacking Larissa's vassal there. So, again, probably a Shadow Gate over here. Generally, when you see those elementals, it's because there is a Shadow Gate. Not always, but often. Okay, so corpse looting is now researched. That's excellent. Edinburgh would like to join us. Lilac would like to join us. And Himsaw Sill would like to join. We're going to ignore Himsaw Sill, that's for sure. Now, we did get ourselves a Scoundrel, which is excellent. Pretty solid irregular unit. And I think we're going to eventually here be able to... Let's just take a look at our research choices. So, I can't remember if we already have the upgrade. Doesn't look like we do. Okay. So, we have Cortesian Ambassadors, but we don't have the upgrade that's going to... I can't remember the name of it here. Safeguard? No. Oh, here it is. Okay, so corrupted killers. Scoundrels gain XP 50% faster and evolve into lesser Shadow Stalkers upon reaching gold medal. So, yeah, that would be great to have. We could also produce Bard, get that going so that we can make Bards, which are a pretty decent unit. They do have Charm, which is quite useful. Scout training. Irregulars receive +1 vision range, so we could use our Scoundrels to do a bit of scouting if need be. Iron Grip is a pretty good one. It basically just improves the... This is a strategic spell that improves the morale of a city by 300. So that's great for making a city more productive, basically. Yeah, this one... All units produced in target-friendly city and all units summoned within that city's border gain Meditate and become dedicated to good. That's another decent one there. Kind of the equivalent of the same type of strategic spell for the Shadowborn Master and Adept. Or Shadowborn Adept, I guess it is. The one that I think then gives you lifesteal and dedicated to evil. So, I'll think about this after. I want to do my turn first, and then I'll decide on my research choice. Okay. Boy, lots of big decisions here. Yeah, so again, we got a little bit of our health back. We're still kind of hurting, but we can probably do the Ancient Ruins this turn, but I'm going to delay that and worry about Beneaths first. So let's grab this, and then we're going to head up there and clear out these pesky undead, because they need to die. Here we go. I really don't want them threatening my human city. And again, I am probably going to absorb the human city in the next turn or two, so we need these gone. Okay, our priest is going to be important for this battle, so we'll move our priest up a bit. And we can be a little bit aggressive here. Do have to watch out. These reanimators are actually pretty dangerous units. So... can use the cover provided by these walls here. And... Alright, let's see if they decide to attack us now. Yeah, there we go. Kind of what I was expecting. Trying to curse my... Probably wise, trying to curse my unit that has the most mobility. We'll do some damage to that Lost Soul. And you know what? I think we can get the kill. Yeah, we can get the kill here. Okay, very nice. And then we could go park our Marauder right on top if we really wanted. I think instead we'll just kind of go right here. You know what? We'll park right there. And then we'll bring our cavalry up like that. Meanwhile, our Eagle Rider can continue to kind of move around here. Ouch. Okay, taking a bit of damage, but nothing we can't handle. And now we can step in and do some big flanking damage here. Oof. Lucky, though. Dang it. That is so annoying, that lucky. Alright, so now how do we want to handle this? Well, we can do a flank here. Let's do that. There we go. And we can charge in and attack that Reanimator for some big damage with our Warg Rider, so let's do that. There we go, pretty decent. Beneaths, we will go step on this just to prevent the unit from coming back, basically. Then our priest can step over and do a little bit of damage there. Nice. Okay, perfect. Good outcome there. Didn't take a ton of damage, which thankfully we are now able to heal a little bit more with our priest. And we killed off the spawning structure. And hey, you know what? That's a decent torso item. Again, I'm tempted to sell for the gold, but in this case, because Beneaths is potentially going to be charging in, it would be nice to have a decent torso piece that has extra defense. So, oh, yeah, we're going to take it. I know I said, oh, I'm going to be selling all of them, but I think in certain situations it makes sense not to. And this is one of those. And there, just a nice boost to our defense. Now, it would be great to go and clear this lost library. I just don't know if we are quite strong enough to do that at the moment. And it would be also great to do some scouting up here. So I think I'll summon my Grimbeak Crow probably here and have it go check that out. I suppose we could head over that way. All right, there we go. So that's going to do it for movement with that stack. Let's see, can we send our Tiger over here? We can. Tiger will move over like that. Now, what do we do about this situation? I think we bring Nero back and we just try it. Oh, this is going to be tough, though. You know, we could bring the apprentice in, actually, to the battle. Maybe replace the monkey. Because, again, I don't think Charm is going to work on the animal units. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I actually don't know if Charm works on animals. I don't think it does. Each one is a little bit different. So the difference between, say, like Dominate versus Convert versus Charm versus Seduce, they all have slightly different targets. And then obviously there's also Befriend Animal. Let's bring Nero in. And I have to be really, really careful because, again, if my Big Beetle goes down, that's utterly devastating for me, and I really don't want that to happen. So, And I don't really have a unit that can be like an effective tank against the troll, which is kind of my biggest concern there. Oh, you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave this battle for next time, and I'll give you guys kind of some say in this. So, I mean, you always have say, of course, through the comments, but let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do? Should I try this battle just to remind you what is in there? We're going to have Mass Curse affecting us, which is going to make us, you know, substantially weaker. We've got a Troll, we've got a Dread Spider Baby, and we've got 2 Wargs. I know it's saying very likely, but I have a suspicion that if we try this, we're going to lose a few of our units potentially. We're, you know, maybe the Dread Monkey and our Cavalry or something like that, which I don't want to have happen. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think I should try this battle, or should I maybe wait or just ignore it for now? Alternatively, should I bring in maybe the Apprentice and have the Apprentice try to join in the stack and maybe remove the Dread Monkey? Actually, yeah, that would probably be wise. Remove the Dread Monkey and bring the Apprentice in. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. So we'll do everything else, and then I think we'll call it an episode. So we will wait to do that, because that's, again, kind of... well, it's a tough call, tough decision. Let's decide on our production for Mboku. Now, just looking around here at the city, so if it grows a bit more, we can get access to some of these other structures. It's a town. In 4 turns, it'll grow. I think maybe what we do is... Again, I am tempted to go for the Arcane Item Forge. Just unfortunate it's going to take 3 turns. It's kind of not as desirable. Temple wouldn't be bad. That would improve our mana income and more importantly, improve our... we could produce support units there, get some Blight Doctors going. You know, the harbor there, we could start producing frigates, which wouldn't be so bad for clearing out some of these water structures. Obviously, public baths and the temple are going to get us closer to the Palace. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of in one of those situations where there's a lot of decisions I have to make, and I'm really not 100% sure about how best to proceed. And then that's also going to apply to kind of, should I bring Edinburgh in right now, or should I wait until I've scouted a bit more up top? Lilac, I think it makes more sense to wait a little bit, at the very least until I have the Tiger in there, because again, I expect that we're going to have some units coming out of this Pirate's Den here very shortly. So, you know what, I think maybe we will call it an episode right here. So let me know what you guys think, you know, regarding the situation down here with this ancient ruin. You know, do you think I should give it a try? Do you think I should wait? And then also regarding Lilac, should I absorb it soon and have the Tiger just be there as a bit of a defense? And because there's no wall, I could employ the runaway strategy. Or, you know, should I do something different? Let me know what you guys think. So we'll zoom out and take a look. So, again, not a ton happened this episode, but we did have some pretty interesting developments with Hamlet and with Gnulsa down there. So, and again, very good outcome over in Edinburgh with our main stack there, with our hero. I should say, not our main stack, but our hero stack. So, all in all, pretty happy with that. And of course, we contacted some more cities underground, which is always a good thing. So, we're going to save it right here. We're going to call this one episode 4. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.